I'd rather have Trump as a dictator than Biden any day. It's kind of obvious who knows what they're doing. There is no dictatorship with Trump. He cares. He's for America.
Trump wins, will you accept the results?
Of course.
If Kamala wins, will you accept the results?
No.
If you don't like it, don't come here to protest. Don't come if you're uneducated and you don't know what you're talking about.
You would rather they just didn't come here?
I would rather them not come here.
Are you a fan of the First Amendment?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, the right to bear arms. Look, this is...
That's not the First Amendment.
No, the Fourth Amendment, but I'm saying...
That's not the Fourth Amendment either.
Which one is it?
And they don't know our American history and our values.
Nor do they respect it.
So when he says poisoning our country, it sounds harsh. It sounds much nicer in the original German.
Yeah.
That Trump is made about women, grab them by the pussy, you could do whatever you want. Like, do those bother you? Do those affect you at all?
I don't bother me.
Just want to check.
LGBTQ, you know, I mean, I think they're garnering a lot of attention that is unwarranted. I mean, they're 1% of the population. So why are we reaching out and doing all this for 1% of the population?
I guess because it's 1% of the population.
I didn't care how things were affecting others until it affected me. Am I proud of that? No. We live in a very cruel world, and sometimes the only way to survive is by being selfish. We are all just out here trying to survive as best we can. And although we may have good intentions and we may be empathetic and we may be compassionate, we will always put ourselves first because we have to survive. And if that means making a mistake in my vote or maybe putting my trust in the wrong person like I did, then that's what it means. I will always put the betterment of my family and vote in ways that I think will help my family above anyone else.
Here's the problem with voting for your self-interest. I understand Maslow's hierarchy of needs. When you're on the bottom and none of your needs are fulfilled, you can only think of yourself. But here's the problem with that, is you voted for your self-interest. So did everybody else in the Republican Party. Think about that for a minute. You voted for your self-interest, but you don't have anything. Like, you don't have anything. Like, that's what it is. But other people, rich people, they have a lot. So, of course, they're going to vote for their self-interest because they have something. You don't. You need the tribe, right? The socialized healthcare, the socialized dental care, schools, firefighters, police officers, all socialized systems. Is it clicking yet? You voted against the tribe. You know, humans didn't make it on their own. We always existed in a tribe, taking care of each other. You could only take care of yourself if you have something. And you don't have shit.
Sad day in America when all we can afford is some ground beef. Work 40 hours all week and can't even afford a steak. Something going on. Come on now, Trump. Help us out.
Oh, hey there, bud. I almost missed you. Couldn't hear you over the sound of me munching on my steak. Yeah, it seems kind of interesting. It looks like you're asking for socialism. You're reaching out to the government to help you because you don't have steak money. You only have ground beef money. But you know what? Maybe you should try something. I have a strategy. Why don't you try pulling yourself up by your bootstraps? I think that might help you because isn't that what MAGA has said forever is get off the government tee, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Like, why don't you, sir, just work harder? Why don't you just work more? Why don't you work harder? Because I guarantee, according to your logic, if you work harder, you too will be able to have steak money and not rely on just eating ground beef. But is that not possible? I bet if I ask you, you'd say you already work hard enough. I bet you'd actually say something along the lines of, I worked my ass off. Well, that's because that's what this country is. So many people are struggling right now to make ends meet. And it doesn't matter how hard they're working. It doesn't matter if they have one job or two or a side hustle or whatever the case may be. People are struggling to have the steak money. That is the point. But you cannot tell me in one breath, socialism is bad. Don't go to the government. You know, pull yourself out by the bootstraps and then come on this app and say, Daddy Trump, will you please help me? Will you please help me? I work so hard. I'm so hungry. I want some steak money. And that's not how it works. Maybe find those bootstraps and work a little harder at pulling yourself up by them.
Grocery prices are insane right now.
Families across America are shocked at how much they are paying for food. And now, a lot of Trump voters are admitting they messed up, saying their choice may have made things worse. People are calling it FAFO season. Let's break this down.
Hey, I voted for Donald Trump, and really starting to regret my vote because this isn't what I voted for. I voted for a lot more people to go to jail. I voted for a lot more politicians to be stripped of their power and put in prison for the crimes that they've committed against humanity. I voted for the Epstein list to come out. The full list. The full fucking list of every politician, every bureaucrat that had anything to do with those minors.
Basic groceries like milk, eggs, bread, meat, and even vegetables have gone up so much. What used to cost maybe $100 at the store can now be $200 or more. For many families, this is the highest grocery bill they have ever seen. Oh my God. And what's trending online is that some Trump voters are realizing their support may have backfired.
Hold on, what did you just say about Trump? I said, Trump's a fucking liar. Inflation's going up. Gas prices hasn't really come down that much. Eggs? That's the funny one. The eggs. I'm mad. And I'm a mega man. Okay? I don't see anything he's done.
So is it safe to say that the illusion has faded?
I think it has, yes. You know, I was for him because, you know, everything he said, you know, he played right into my hands. He just told us everything we wanted to hear. That's what he did. I can't even stand to look at him because, you know, he's just he's a con. He's a flat ass, nothing but a fucking con. You know, they all the right side, they say, oh yeah, the Biden side was so bad. Well, what's so good about the right side? He brags about doing something with our economy, but I haven't seen anything happen yet. That big beautiful bill is going to add, they say $2.5 trillion. It's going to add about $4 trillion to the debt. The big beautiful bill. Oh, what a joke. Remember what happened in the 80s with trickle-down economics? Yeah. The filthy rich got richer, and us guys that worked for a living paid more taxes. I'm disappointed for sure. I'm real disappointed.
$17.33. That's how much I paid today for this coffee. I'm here and I'm just adding some numbers together and doing my budget because you know what? Today I asked my husband, where's the money? We're making the best we've ever made. Both earners, both incomes, good incomes and everything. And we don't have money. We're living paycheck to paycheck basically. So I put the numbers together and I decided to look at my budget. On June the 2nd, 2023, and I'm going to try to insert somewhere here the photo I took a shot of, how much I paid for it. On June the 2nd, 2023, the same exact coffee was $9.92. It's almost doubled in 2 years. Of course, my salary hasn't doubled. My income has not doubled. It went up a little bit, but certainly nowhere near that. And I don't know where my money goes. Every month, I'm struggling.
Point, the groceries are just laughable. I'm so offended by the prices that I'm actually have to laugh to keep from crying. This is what I bought for myself, not even my wife, just for me the next 2 days to eat because I want to eat healthy before the holidays. I got some grass-fed ground beef, some turkey deli meat, some lettuce, cheese, tuna, carrot sticks, blueberries, almond butter, coffee, and I got a case of water under there, which is like $4. Do you have a guess on what this is? $86.77. How? This is for 2 days. Now, the berries and the almond butter and coffee are going to last me probably a week. So let's say $70 every 2 days. Just for me, that'd be $1,000 if I want to eat this healthy for the entire month, not including my wife. And what about all of you out there with kids? And of course, every few days I get the paper towels, the grocery bags, bars of soap, and that is going to add up.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I see this every week when we go grocery shopping. And here's this lady saying it's not just Walmart, it's Publix too, it's Target, it's all these places.
So I'm at Publix right now. I got my little reusable bag that just fell on the floor. But how come nobody is talking about $7.29 for a bag of chips? We're all talking about eggs, but what about these $7.29 chips? That's crazy. So I'm at Publix.
Not to mention the bag's half full of air. Shrinkflation is a thing, and this is what we were talking about with the lotion. Shrinkflation. The box looks the same size, but the internals is 20% less, and it costs 20% more. We've got to start keeping an eye on this stuff and keeping these politicians accountable, because there's always money for war and none for the poor. And I say this every video, and it's so true, that if they want to fix something in a foreign country or make a new weapon, they'll do it. But for us to not have potholes in the roads and clean schools and something clean to eat that's not sprayed with some type of insecticide, there's a problem with doing that. They could fix this in a session, but politicians will not, because who pays for their funding for their political campaign? These same companies. It's all connected.
This coffee right here at Costco has more than doubled in price in the last 6 months. I know firsthand because I've been buying this coffee for the last 5 years. Super depressing, because I actually love that coffee. It's like the best dark roast they had here, and it was such a good deal for the longest time at $9.99. These same mixed nuts right here, I was buying a few months ago for $12.99. We're talking about 50 to 100% price increases on these items. You guys probably know my two favorite things from Costco are the coffee and the nuts, so this is hitting me hard. So many imported products like the oil they have here, the rice they have down there, are seeing astronomical increases in price because of these tariffs. It's specifically because of these tariffs, because I've tracked these prices for a long time, and a lot of these prices at Costco are still going down. Now, Brazil produces more coffee than any other country in the world, and they just got hit on Wednesday with 50% tariffs, and Trump says they might even go higher. For most items here at the grocery store, even ones that are imported like bananas or cocoa or something like that, the price increases have seemed negligible. And the sad part is, even if the tariffs went away tonight, I bet the prices would not go down. Now, what are you guys seeing the biggest price increases on?
Well, surge pricing is now coming to a grocery store near you. It's something called ESLs, electronic shelf labels, because we used to have those paper labels that would tell you how much this item was. Well, now it's going to be LED lights, and it's all electronic. Whole Foods, Amazon Fresh, Walmart are now using them. It can update prices in real time. Hot day, price of water goes up.
That's gouging.
Price of ice cream goes up. A big game, chicken wings.
Gouging, I tell you.
Kroger's working with Microsoft to add cameras to the digital displays.
And what would the cameras do? Scan your eyes, and if you look like you really want it, they're just going to raise the price right away?
They say they're going to use facial recognition to track your expressions, and then they're also going to create personalized offers.
Here at the grocery store, and I noticed that this right here that I normally get, I think this went up like 40 cents, which really sucks. It's like food is steady going up. And every time I come in this grocery store, I'm literally spending anywhere between $200 to $250 a week. And it's sad that prices are still going up the way they are.
This is what grocery prices are like in the middle of the Pacific Ocean on a beautiful island called Hawaii. Grapes are $4.99 a pound. Let's see how much this weighs. So this bag of grape, $15. Do you want feta? $15. It's $10.99 for a mini Coke. A mini. The Philadelphia brand is $10. Lucerne is $7. Everyone always wants to see the milk. $8. And that is why I buy absolutely nothing and I just don't eat.
Groceries are so expensive right now, you don't need a pantry. You need a time machine back to the Great Depression. Listen, at this point, if you don't have what I call a Depression-era pantry, you are setting yourself up for failure. And I know some of y'all are like, what's that? I wasn't even alive back then. Don't worry, I got you. A Depression-era pantry is about survival with style. It's budget-friendly, non-perishable items that will ensure you never go hungry. Flour, cornmeal, rice, dried beans, oats, pasta, molasses, cocoa, peanut butter, canned fruits and vegetables, canned meat, lard, vinegar, salt, sugar, and spices. You know, this is all the stuff your grandmama could take and make 20 meals out of it and continue to feed the family over and over again. See, most Americans, y'all got really addicted to living high on the hog, like little mini Rockefellers, right? Eating fresh salmon on a Wednesday night, sipping cold brew like water. Let's keep it all the way a buck. See, you were never rich. You just had enough credit cards and cheap prices so you could pretend. And now, that runway is gone. So here's the irony for me. The same folks, right, that used to laugh at grandma's struggle meals are about to be Googling how to make biscuits from bacon grease and molasses. And honestly, it's not even shameful. For real, it's smart. Because the truth is, prices are not done climbing yet. We have not hit the peak. So either you build yourself a Depression-era pantry right now, or you're going to be out here paying $15 for a bag of rice like it's a luxury handbag. Because at the end of the day, y'all, survival is not about flexing. It's about preparing. And the most American thing you can do right now, learn how to make it work no matter what. That was just like they did back then.
We just got back from a week-long vacation at the beach, and before we left, we cleaned out our fridge. Like, it is legit empty. We have next to nothing to eat in there. So we are headed into Costco to do a full refill and restock of our entire kitchen. Basically, we need everything from snacks to drinks to Kleenex, toilet paper, things like that. But let's have a little bit of fun with this. Whoever guesses closest to our ending total, I will Venmo you some money for like a treat or a coffee or something like that on me. People rave about these. Costco, we need more free samples. Sincerely, a mom shopping with a toddler. First timers. They have your pancakes. Pancake?
I only get one, isn't it?
This whole thing? The best frozen pizza. Alright guys, leave your guesses of the total in the comments.
Okay, what the fuck is going on with food right now? This is literally 93.7. It's all organic or whatever, all grass-fed for $10.49 a fucking pound. That's ridiculous. Even down here for $85.15, it's more. It's $11.50. You know that's organic or whatever. It's still you have 96.4 for $8 a fucking pound. What the fuck's going on?
So why are groceries so expensive? A few reasons. Number one, inflation has raised the cost of almost everything. Yeah, number two, trade policies and tariffs have made imports cost more. Number three, farming costs like feed, fertilizer, and equipment are higher than ever. Number four, fuel and trucking costs also raise the price before food even gets to the shelves. So when you put it all together, food prices have skyrocketed. On social media, people are saying this is FAFO season, which means fool around and find out. Basically, voters are realizing that their choices in politics can hit them directly in their wallets. Some are angry, saying Trump's policies helped cause this. Others push back, saying inflation would have happened anyway, no matter who was in the office. But the big point is, groceries have become the latest symbol of frustration in America. So this story isn't just about Trump voters, it's about how political decisions connected to everyday life. Food is something every family needs. We all know this. So when prices rise, people notice right away. And when voters admit regret, it spreads fast because it's rare to hear people openly say, I think I made the wrong choice. I think I made a mistake. So this is why people are regretting. For families, it means tighter budgets and more stress. For politics, it means food prices could play a huge role in elections. And for the country, it shows how deeply people are feeling the impact of inflation and policy. So here is the question. Are these grocery prices really because of Trump's policies? Or is this just global inflation hitting
We're at the
America?
grocery store and I
What do
noticed
you think?
that
Drop your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.